Hello, this is Tatum Lee, and I am here. We're going to do part 3, Herman.
Yes.
Part 3, we're in Fort Pierce, South Dakota. I'm with Herman Schumacher, one of the original founders of RCAF USA. I would be remiss if I wouldn't say thank you again for everything that you've done for this association. It wasn't even an association. You just told us the story in part 1. If you're watching and you've not seen that, please go and look that up, part 1 of this video series. But how RCAF even came to be, it was just a group of folks, what, 4 of you that said, hey, something needs to be done.
Right, but there was a lot of help along the way. Like I said earlier about the livestock markets in South Dakota, and they all belong, all of the auctions belong to our association.
And you guys you rallied. I know you told me the story. You had your minivan and you just traveled all over the state of South Dakota, all over.
Yep.
At one time, RCAF had what, 18,000 almost folks, I think?
I forget now. It was big. It was right during that BSC cow.
Right.
We were successful. There hasn't been many other organizations that have been actually taking the government to trial. I mean to
task.
Court, to task, and win.
Right.
And we won for a long time.
Let's talk about those lawsuits, Herman, because people have said to me when I first got involved 3 years ago, RCAF's radical. All they want to do are file lawsuits. How do you respond to that?
Well, my response to that is that I was very apolitical. I mean, we did what we could. I mean, I spent
working
a lot
through
of time
the political channels, going through Washington.
A lot of time in Washington D.C. Like I mentioned earlier, I was in that concentration committee there, and you get we got a problem, but it would stop there. So, well, the next thing we went to was the court system, right?
Right.
And you wouldn't think that would be political. And at the end of the day, we won both cases. We won the Alabama one, the Pickett one, and we won the Aberdeen one. We won them both. Unanimous decisions, only to have the appellate courts kick it out. So both of them. And they were both class action. Everybody, just like our suit is right now, class action. I mean, we didn't have to fund it. I mean, we had to put a lot of work there. I mean, in getting there and all that, but we didn't have to fund it. I mean, we found attorney groups that took it, and I'll never forget in Alabama, in Montgomery, Alabama, our attorney Dave Domina from Nebraska, backing up with a horse trailer full. I mean, he had that much research done. Unbelievable. He represented us, I thought, very well.
So why do you keep fighting?
I mean, what else is there to do? I mean, you just gotta keep fighting and gotta keep supporting this organization. I tell you what, I'll guarantee you, anybody that's been part of it and was part of it during the Canadian episode and all of that, they got their bang for their buck. Okay, they got their bang for their buck. So we got to keep. What do we do? Just give up and stand in the corner and say, "Oh hell, we'll be a chicken farmer."
So there's many people that are watching on Facebook. I love that you're on Facebook, Herman. Not many.
The only reason I got on was because of RCAF.
Well, not many that are in your demographic are on Facebook. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So what would you say to folks? There's a lot of people on Facebook, and this is how they're finding out about RCAF. They're in their 20s, they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s even, and they've either never heard of RCAF or they've been watching what we're doing, but they haven't yet decided to come on board. What do you say to that guy or that gal?
Well, I tell you what, if you're gonna, evidently this is gonna end up on Facebook, right?
Right.
Just follow RCAF. You can educate yourself. You do a very good job, like I said earlier. And, again, there's many times when you post something, I'll have 10, 15, 20 shares.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll bet you by the time I get home tonight, I'll see a bunch more.
I tell you, our Facebook has exploded, and the message has exploded. And, it's in the... with Tommy Laren. Can we just say praise the Lord for Tommy Laren? South Dakota girl, I know you were instrumental. You're friends with her uncle,
right.
And they're strong RCAF members. Tommy has been a powerful national media voice
right. Yeah,
for us.
Yeah, that last statement she put on was just
last
terrific.
week,
Yeah,
right?
last
What,
week,
what
yeah,
is
I
what
seen
is
it.
today? Today is the
Monday.
the June the 3rd.
Is it 3rd?
It's the 3rd. It's the 3rd. And last I looked, it had been over 150,000 shares. And so talk about
That's huge.
That's huge. And she mentions RCAF.
Yes.
And wasn't that great?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that gave your heart some delight because RCAF is almost probably like a family member to you. These people that are at these meetings, Bill Bullard, Willie at work, like family. So what you're telling the new people, watch what's going on with Facebook. And I would say then evaluate and see what the associations are doing.
Right, exactly.
To profitability.
Yep.
You know, Mike Schultz says in Kansas, he goes, if we're not profitable, it doesn't matter all these other issues. We have to stay profitable.
That's right, exactly. Yep, that RCAF member that is a member, probably won't be in business next year, you know. I mean, it's that simple. I think stay engaged.
Stay engaged.
Yeah. I don't have the energy I used to have, but I still got a little.
Well, thank you so much for everything you've done.
Thank you.